time, almost lost the cup, and you win it. The new European champions, the treble, the dream come true for you.
Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Football, bloody hell.
Hello. Got to wait for that intro to finish. It's just crashed. I can see two different things on my screen. Hello, how are we? I can hear myself. There we go. That's better. I had to mute my own thing. How is everybody? Are we all doing good? Have we had a good Christmas? We're looking forward to New Year. What an intro. I love it, mate. I love it. I won't be able to use that exact intro when I get monetized with that music because it gets like copyrighted. A certain bit of the music, I think, like 30 seconds of the music gets copyrighted, so I won't be able to use that exact intro. But I love it. Shout out to Let's Talk Premier League for making that. I absolutely love it. So I'm sure you'll have seen the three people who are in here right now. I've had some good news today. How are you, bro? Sam says I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Looking forward to going to the United match today. I don't know whether I'm looking forward to watching us or not. That's a different story for another day. They like to fuck with our lives, United, don't they? They really, really do. They really, really do. It feels like we've gone back 2 months. Imani says, "Yo, I hope you're all right, mate." So yeah, I've had some great news today. The Fabrizio Romano interview is happening January the 13th. And it will be uploading on around 2:45 to 3 p.m. UK time. I can't confirm exact time that it will be uploaded. That's because last time I tried to upload a video like that video of Fabrizio Romano, the video file was too big and it glitched. And I thought, fuck, I've lost the content. I thought I've lost the video file. So my heart sunk for a minute there. And it's I'm not too bad, mate. Kind of dreading United came later though. Yeah, man, it's they proper like to stress us out, don't they, United? They really, really do. One positive that will take us, it was still undefeated under Ralph Rangnick in the 4 games. There's not much else we can take from that Newcastle game, is there? Can't wait for that video, bro. Yeah, sometime next week, I think I've said 3rd or 4th. I'm going to try and do it the day before I'm planning to start the job that I've got. I'm going to sort the reorganization of the channel out. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, and you lot know I'm an open book. I'm quite an unorganized person, as you know, so I am quite nervous about sorting that out because I'm not sure where I'm going to start and things like that. I'll probably get some help from people around me and DM some people and things like that and sort of find out how to start and where to start with the organization and the description, the titles, etc. So if you do see things sort of being re-uploaded or you see things on your sub box and you think that's got a different title, it's because it has got a different title. Don't worry about it. It's just because the reorganization of the channel will be happening. There's 7 to 8. There's 8 people in here now. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a good. What even day is it? I've lost track of the days. It's Thursday. Hope you're all having a good Thursday. I've got some mad news as well. I'll be live streaming tomorrow as well. I'll be live at 3 p.m. tomorrow. I've not actually got a guest for that video tomorrow, but I've got someone in mind. It'll be another Premier League game week review. But I've also got some news to tell you. I can't tell you right now. But it's potentially some big news, but also potentially not. It's nothing to do with transfers or anything. It's some news that's like I can't even say it right now. Thursday night football, the masked football fan says, "Yeah, I remember when we were singing Freezing Cold on a Thursday night. I'm feeling so good for some reason." I love that, Flaxton. I love that you're feeling good. I just want to say to you, by the way, your account that I follow, the account that not many people follow, I'm not going to name the account. I love that account because it's basically exactly the same to mine, where I just say what I'm thinking. I absolutely love that account, Flaxton. But how many of the United players do you think have actually turned on Ranić? I don't think it's a case of them turning on Ranić. What I think it's a case of is, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he would protect his players, and that's fair enough to him. I think that was a good thing in a way, although sometimes it could negatively impact us. So I don't think they've turned on him. I just think they've got absolutely nowhere to hide. The ones who don't care, the ones who don't put in the effort, and the ones who aren't good enough. People like Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for example, Paul Pogba, Rashford at the moment isn't performing great. You'll notice I'm naming players that even I love. You know what I mean? I love Rashford. He's probably my favourite player. I would say he's probably my favourite player in world football right now. But he's not performing well enough. Neither is Bruno Fernandes. So these players have got to be dropped. I know Bruno Fernandes can't play tonight either. I love those short clips. Yeah, I've got one to upload. I think probably won't be able to upload it tomorrow. I'll try to upload it on New Year's Day. Thursday Night Football. I love how you always come in with a mad comment like that, Shaq. I love it. Thanks, mate. I love yours too. Love seeing the real you. Yeah, a lot of it, like a lot of it is just absolute, like it's like song lyrics, thoughts, etc. But especially for me, writing things down and how I feel and things like that, it really helps. I don't know. It's just a thing that helps. What's your lineup prediction for tonight? De Gea, Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof still got COVID, hasn't he? I hope he gets better, actually, because obviously he worked so well before that, and then he's got COVID. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane, Shaw, Matic, McTominay, Donny, Sancho, Rashford, Ronaldo. Do you still want Slabhead as captain? No. I do actually like Maguire as a player, and do you know what? As a leader, he has got the ability to be a good leader. And I'm going to give two examples of this. I'm going to give an example of how he handled the Super League situation as our captain. I thought he handled that very, very well. And as I give two positive, you can probably name 10 negatives. I'm just going through two positive that I want to point out that I was thinking about last night. Also, in the Euros, he really led England. I know we didn't win it, but he led us to the final and we did well. And when he was injured last season at the end, so I'm not sure how to explain it, but when he was injured at last season at the end, everyone was saying we miss him. That's how much we miss him. However, I don't want him as captain, no. I've seen people call for Bruno Fernandes as captain, but I wouldn't give it to Bruno Fernandes either. I don't know who I'd give the captaincy to. Would I give it to Bruno Fernandes right now? Not, absolutely not. I don't know. I don't know who I'd give it to. RHN says Maguire is a good captain, not a good player. I think he's a good player personally. He doesn't show it very often. I do think he's a good player though. This is the only way to make a real impact in the chat. Yeah, Shaw and Bruno are our spokesmen. Not him, sadly. Yeah. So it's a good point. What three people have just made actually. The Master Football Fan says De Gea as captain. I actually really like that because, and I was thinking about the other day, De Gea has been our most vocal this season. I can give an example of when we lost 5-0 against Liverpool and people said, and he said, I'm hurt. And there was no apologies. He just said, I'm hurt. And then he basically said, we play like kids, which is true. And then he basically said, we can't do nothing on the pitch, which was true. So, and he is a leader, like he is. Maybe he's not as vocal as we'd like him to be on the actual pitch, but I would give it to De Gea personally. Who do you want to replace him? I would say De Gea right now, but I don't know who. I wouldn't give it to Bruno Fernandes. I would like to say Rashford because of his like how he deals with things off the pitch and things like that, and how he inspires young people and things. But I also probably wouldn't give it to Rashford. At the moment, he's too inconsistent. I don't know. I honestly don't know who I'd give it to. David De Gea, yeah. Maguire is bang average. I do disagree with you. Like, I think he's better than. I don't know. I think he's better than like John Stones, for example. But obviously, John Stones has got a massively better team around him. David De Gea speaks the real. Exactly, yeah. And maybe it's not what you always want to hear, but it's just the truth. Isn't Ronaldo the most experienced? But De Gea looks like one of the only United players with passion. Yeah, Ronaldo is the most experienced. Absolutely, obviously, but I personally wouldn't give it to Ronaldo because of he's not going to be here for that long. De Gea could still be here for another 10 years. Is there some breaking news? EFL in the mud. Can you let me know what you mean by that, Pineapple? I think he's too slow on the ball. Always takes a long time in possession. Plus, he's actually slow, which doesn't help. Yeah. No, I feel like McTominay is quite similar in the sense of very slow on the ball, turns around, and Maguire constantly gives the ball away, and it's like, oh, my camera's gone out of focus. I do apologise. Maguire always gives the ball, and it's like, what's your thought process behind that? What are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? We're not surprised Ronaldo hasn't been mentioned. Ronaldo's a good role model, not a good leader. Yeah, exactly. Stones isn't great either, though. No, I know. Yeah, I'm just giving an example of like Stones was. He did perform well last season. I'm not going to say he's a good player. I don't say that about rival players, as you know. Both bang average centre backs. Maguire just led us as a captain to the Euros final. Like, you can't say he's average, surely. Sure, I completely disagree with you. I like that about the hair that he speaks the truth on his social media posts. Yeah, I agree. He's obviously come a lot more into it, especially recently, in the sense of speaking out more and about how we play and things like that. He's been here obviously under Fergie, Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, and now Ralf Rangnick, and he's always been a good player. Well, that first season he wasn't so great, was he? But he's always been a good player, and now he's being even more vocal and showing some leadership, which I actually love. Maguire for England deceives a lot of people. England play three at the back with two defensive minded midfielders. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with that. That is a fact. But also, the way he was vocal for England on the pitch and the way he scores headers for England, for example, like, it sounds stupid. It's just a simple thing, but it's something he should be doing for us, which he doesn't do for us, and it's very frustrating. Stones is. I am absolutely not saying that. He didn't lead anyone anyway. He didn't stand out at once in the Euros. Was it the Denmark game he scored? I'm sure he did stand out, in my opinion. In my opinion, he did. England Maguire is so good, Flaxton says. I do agree with that, Flaxton. I also disagree because Maguire was one of our most important players last season. We crumbled without him. That was the point I was trying to. Well, one point I was trying to make, Sam. I completely agree with you there. I could give a few examples. The Leicester game, for example, and I know we played quite a few youngsters in that game. The one Greenwood scored in, I think it was snowing that night, and Luke Thomas scored that amazing goal. And we were thinking, that's how much we miss Maguire. Like, we really miss him. I'm absolutely not denying he's been awful this season, though, and deserves to be dropped. A game against Denmark should be washed. Yeah, we should be washed. Yeah, but I'm just giving an example. You can only beat what's in front of you. Surely, like, if Maguire performs well 20 games out of 38 games of the season, then he's had a good season, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. That's just my thought process behind it. Y'all will see. I know you don't rate Maguire. I'm not saying I particularly rate Maguire as United captain or right now as our centre back. I think our best centre back partnership is Lindelof and Varane. Obviously, Lindelof's not too well right now. He's got COVID and he did have a few heart issues, which hopefully he gets better from. But that's my opinion. I think also Bailly and Varane could be good, but Bailly, he's very injury prone, so it's difficult to say. Get Hwang Keen. Oh, I've been baited on the ASAP baller in the next podcast. You'll have to screen record that one and mention me again. I'll upload the one that you last mentioned me in. I think New Year's Day, so 2 days. I'm not 100% sure though. It depends what football's on. WWE. Wow, you spammed W there. Is the football on New Year's Day? I think there is, isn't there? Yeah, there is this. It's Saturday anyway, isn't it? So there is. Fix Phil up with the captaincy. I'm most loyal player been through thick and thin with the club. I always wonder, how is he still here? This guy, no, absolutely no disrespect to Phil Jones. Like, fair play to him for sticking out the contract. I absolutely, I admire it in a way. Like, he's happy with not playing football, and he can't really get fit anyway. So fair play to him, but where can he go? he can't go anywhere. So let's give him the captaincy. Bailly's better than Lindelof, but he can't be consistent. I agree with that. I think Bailly throws himself into reckless situations, a bit similar to Phil Jones, but nowhere near as extreme. He puts his body in like stupid positions, stupid situations, and things like that, which lead to him getting injured. I can think of a few examples. I think Aston Villa last year. Well, not last year, last season, this year, where it was when we went on that great run and everyone was saying we could win the league. Yeah, and he was good, but he also made a few blocks which you're thinking he could get injured there. He's raking in the money. Yep. Thoughts on? I'm absolutely not saying that, shady boy. It's nice to see a new person in the chat. I'm not sure if you've been in the chat before, but I don't recognise your name. He's a young assistant. You're not getting me with that one. You're not getting me with that one. Phil Jones. No, I can't agree with that, Imani. I can't agree with that, man. I apologise. I can't agree with that. Yeah, you'll have to screen record it and upload it and then mention me so I can upload that one as well. But it's very exactly. Yeah, exactly. You put it into words better than I could have done. Aston Villa game. Yeah, I remember that Aston Villa game. I feel like that's when there was a huge togetherness. I can give that example and the example against Wolves last season as well. When Rashford scored that last kick of the game, he scored the winner, and it felt like there was a real togetherness around our team and around the club. At that point, obviously, I'm not talking about the people at the top. I'm talking about just the team and the manager and the coaching staff. And there was a real togetherness at that point. I felt like even the Spurs game when we came back to win, was it 3-1? And Cavani had that great game. Looking forward to seeing Cavani play. I really hope he starts. I really, really do hope he starts. On Cavani, I really don't want him to leave, man. Like, it's going to hurt if he leaves. I love Cavani. I can explain it as we've not seen a player similar to Cavani and or like Cavani and how good Cavani is at United for many years. We've not probably Ruud van Nistelrooy was the last one, wasn't he? Obviously we had Van Persie, who was great, and Rooney and players like that. But I mean, in a similar playing style and the intelligence, the just pure intelligence, football intelligence from Edinson Cavani, I love it. I absolutely love it. Doing spins around the pitch. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Aston Villa weren't. I know won the Premier League when Manchester United. Phil Jones, my God. Yeah, but that was under Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson, because he was so good, could win a Premier League with anyone. Do you know what I mean? Anyone. Have you seen any clips from Juve? I have seen clips. Yeah. From what I know, obviously I don't know any sources or anything like that. But from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to be coming from any concrete sources. I don't really know whether I'm wrong there, but just from what I've seen, I've not been. I unfollowed a few news accounts, which I will follow back. Actually, well, not follow back. I will follow again and put notifications on for them again, and then I'll turn notifications off again after the window, just to keep up with the news. But also a few news accounts which I thought a bit toxic. Can you make sure you leave a like on the stream, by the way? Make sure you let your family, your friends know that I'm doing a video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that I'm doing a video with Fabrizio Romano on the 13th of January. I'll keep saying it. I'll promote it pretty much every day and retweet things on like retweet the same posts again and again on my Twitter. It was so obvious we were going to crumble, but that late Everton late. I remember that, yeah. But all about Sheffield lost, showing me that these players weren't serious. Yeah, I remember that Everton one. I think it was on Sky Sports, that one, and then the Sheffield one. The only way I can describe that Sheffield United loss was we looked sticky and leggy, like like it was like a FIFA game, like we were playing in mud. Like we couldn't do anything. We couldn't string a pass together. I can think of many games like that this season. Actually, couldn't string a pass together. We couldn't do anything. We couldn't press. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. And Sheffield United did play very well that game. It was their cup final, but we were awful. It looks quality. I hope the reports are true. Yeah, 100%. He does. Yeah, he looks like a gunman. I don't know if I can get banned for that. Like a you know what I mean. Clipped it, upload it, and that mate. Maeve says, "Why did you unfollow me, lad?" What is your app? I do have the app Unfollow Monkey, so sometimes my Twitter unfollows people automatically. But sometimes I don't follow people because of some things that like I don't know. I just don't follow people randomly sometimes. Yeah, Hollywood rotate the squad, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't want any Ole Gunnar Solskjaer slander in here, though. In all seriousness, I was thinking about it the other day, and there's been a lot of talk around it. Was it Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fault? Was it the players' fault? Was it this person's fault? Was it this person's fault? I think it's a bit of all. I absolutely can't say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the best manager tactically. Obviously, he wasn't. He wasn't. But for me, to come in as an interim manager and win, how many games did he win on a roll? Was it 18 games, something like that? And did we go 22 games undefeated? Now, there's a very good point that I made. I still remember it to this day. The very good point that I made. But he did very well, and we looked very good. I remember the first game against Cardiff. It was because I went to the PSG game afterwards. I went to the Parc des Princes. I think it was the PSG game against FC Nantes, not FC Nantes. But I remember the game versus Watford, and I can't remember exactly what day it was, etc. It was in his first season. I think he might have just got the permanent manager's job. And I remember coming home from the match that day and saying to my uncle on the bus, I remember saying that performance was very weird. It didn't look good at all. It worried me in the sense of, I wonder why we performed like that. It was completely different. It wasn't free flowing. It wasn't flowing at all. There was no rhythm to it. I seen players out of shape constantly, which is a huge glaring issue with our team this season. From even from the other day, I seen players out of shape. It was just a very weird performance, and I felt like we didn't deserve to win that game. But then we struggled. We struggled until we got Bruno Fernandes, and then there was clear progression. And in Project Restart, we played free-flowing football again and attacking football again, counter-attacking football and things like that. And we went on another unbeaten run. So for me, I wouldn't say it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fault personally, or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fault. I'm absolutely not denying he was. I'm absolutely not saying he was the manager for us. I don't think he was. But what I'm saying is, I think more energy needs to be diverted towards these players. That's what I'm saying. These players, I think there's a tweet from 8th of November. And I said, even if Ole was to be sacked, which he should be, in my opinion, it wouldn't change things instantly because we have a squad littered with lazy shithouses. And that is exactly what I said. And I retweeted it the other day. And Roy Keane said it himself. These players will throw Mourinho under the bus. They'll throw Ole under the bus. They'll throw every manager under the bus. Gary Neville has said it. Now, I know a lot of their opinions, them too, are not sort of popular with our fan base at the moment, especially like fan base from what I see on social media. From people I speak to in real life, they sort of seem to agree. But from what I see on social media, they seem to not sometimes agree with Gary Neville and Roy Keane, which is fair enough if you don't agree with him. But I think more energy needs to be diverted towards the players. I'm absolutely not denying Ole. I think Ole got himself in a situation where he couldn't get himself out of it. And I said this months ago, like before he was sacked. I don't think he knows how to fix this situation himself. But again, like I said, I think more energy needs to be diverted towards the players. Next loan. Made that guy for real. Ole play Maguire every game. Yeah. Every single game. He broke the record. Did he break the record? Or was he one game away from breaking the record? Was it Gary Pallister played was it like 86 games for us on the roll, and Maguire was at like 84, and then he got injured. I think it's Trey's fault. Suspended Trey. Yo, hi dear. Hope you're all right. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're looking forward to the game. People forget how good Bruno was and what he can be. Now, I do agree with that. I absolutely love Bruno Fernandes. He used to be my profile picture before I changed it to myself. My first profile picture on Twitter with Pogba. Now, I'm very frustrated with Bruno Fernandes recently. The Norwich game, I remember saying, "This guy, what's he doing? Like, what is he doing?" I do think it could be a good thing for both United and Bruno Fernandes, for both of us and Bruno Fernandes tonight, that he don't play. Obviously, he's suspended. But I do think it could actually be a good thing, because he's just not on form. And the two players that keep getting played that I do not think will be able to play themselves into form are Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. I really don't think they'll be able to play themselves into form. And it really worries me that they keep getting played. Uploaded and mentioned, yeah, I'll upload that on New Year's Day, probably, the two videos. Yeah, the board gave him the contract too early. I just want to say, guys, by the way, we're very close to 20,000 views. I really want us to try and hit it by the time we do the Fabrizio Romano video on the 13th of January. Can we hit it? Can you guys push us to hit it? Can you keep watching and share it with your family, your friends, etc.? Bruno was that good because he was given so much freedom from Ollie. Yeah. You know how I feel about these players already. Yeah. Obviously, we've spoke about it, like, we go round and round in circles quite a lot, don't we? It's like me and you, especially in the group chat. Like we sort of discuss quite similar things, which I assume a lot of our fans will be doing at the moment. Neville gets too much hate. I do agree with that. I do agree with that completely. He just isn't capable to fix things. Yeah, I do. I agree with that. Logan says, "Yo, hope you're all right, Logan, and thank you for the edits that you made for me before. I appreciate that." Logan made some Bugsy Malone edits. Bugsy Malone is a rapper from Manchester, if you don't know who he is. And I wanted some edits for Bugsy Malone. Well, not for Bugsy Malone, or Bugsy Malone. So thank you for making them. Just seen your Roy Hodgson tweet. Yeah, I'm quite known on Twitter for recycling that tweet again and again and again and again. So the first tweet, that tweet, when I first tweeted it originally, I think it was in October, I think. It got quote tweeted by Lad Bible, by Dominoes, by by quite a few verified accounts. And I keep trying to get it to bang again. Now this one it's got like nearly 100 likes, which is more than any of the tweets that I've done recently, if that makes sense. Yeah, I agree. He needs to recover form. Yeah, I agree with that. It's frustrating. I think he tries to do more because there's nothing happening around him yet. It would have dropped him against Newcastle. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me sit up. But yeah, I do agree with that, because I think didn't we lose the ball? Like didn't he lose the ball? Was it like 30 odd times or something like that? Now, I'm absolutely not saying, oh, Bruno shit, this, that, and the other. He's not shit, but he's not in form, and he shouldn't be playing, in my opinion. No worries, mate. I appreciate that again. It's too much complacency in Carrington. Complacency is the easiest thing to adapt to. We need to do a overhaul, in my opinion, but that's not possible. Yeah, I agree with that. Now, here's a funny one for you, for the 8 people that are currently in here. I'm going to ask you a question. Would you take Marouane Fellaini back if you were offered for him to play tonight? Would you take him back? Now, Marouane Fellaini, I just want to touch on Marouane Fellaini, because it's an interesting topic. I've seen a few people talk about him, and I had a conversation with my uncle about him last night. Now, Marouane Fellaini, I always used to say, he's not a United player. Like, he frustrates me so much. I can't stand him in the midfield. But Marouane Fellaini, we could do someone like him now, throwing elbows, doing this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? Getting in people's faces. Sometimes he was too aggressive for us, and it didn't work. But sometimes we can do with that. One performance I can sort of identify that was similar to Marouane Fellaini, but nowhere near. Sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, but similar to how Marouane Fellaini was with his attitude and things like that, and his work ethic, was Scott McTominay in the Europa League final, and I loved it. Now, obviously, we didn't win the game, but I feel like Scott McTominay performed very well. Now, I would absolutely take Fellaini personally. I won't take him back. I hate him like Maguire. I would take him back, Armani. Really, I would take Fellaini back, honestly. What are your thoughts on the player's attitude and these leaks coming out the dressing room? I think a lot of the problem has been the players all along. And even some players that I love, some players that I love, like Rashford. I feel like Rashford is very complacent right now, and needs to be dropped. I feel like Bruno Fernandes is very complacent. Harry Maguire's attitude is awful. I feel like he's a robot, and we all feel like he's a robot. He's not United captain material. I'm not getting into him as a player. I'm just getting into him as sort of the attitude. Now the leaks, I don't know which player they're coming from. I've seen rumours that it could be from Dean Henderson. I've seen rumours it could be from Anthony Martial. I don't think it's Martial though, because he's been injured. I've seen rumours about it could be them two, but again, we don't know who it's coming from. Now, I had a conversation with a driving instructor yesterday, and he's a United fan for context. And what he said was basically they hid behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't really know how to fix the situation, but they hid behind him and Ole protected them. But they can't hide behind Ralf Rangnick now. They can't hide behind it. It's all coming out, and he won't protect them like that. He's very honest in public and things like that. Whereas, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's style was different. It was, for example, after the Newcastle game, he may have said, "My boys tried their best. We just didn't get the win in the end," and this, that, and the other. Whereas Ralf Rangnick wouldn't. He won't protect them like that. He will say if this player's not good enough, and he won't sort of shut these rumours down, because a lot of it is true. Fellaini, I won't take him back. I'm like, no way. It's taking back and instantly playing striker whipping balls with him and Ronnie in the box. Yeah, man. I remember when we played him up top once. Yeah, I do remember that. What did you mean, by the way, Pineapple? You said EFL in the mud. Let me just reply to that. Yeah, I will be live at 3 p.m. tomorrow, 3 or 4 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'll set that stream up probably tonight or tomorrow. Do you think it's a good thing to have a vocal to the media manager? Like, yeah, I 100% do. Because we're seeing the problems now. And I'm not gonna big myself up like it was quite an obvious thing to see, in my opinion. However, a lot of people were saying it's just Ole that's the problem. Get Ole out. Do this. And I was saying it isn't just Ole that's the problem. The players are a huge problem. They stopped playing for him, in my opinion, after the Aston Villa game. I take Rooney back. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. No, my cousin had the phone. It was right. Fair enough. Tough one, but who for you are the top 5 greatest Manchester United players of all time? Top 5. I'll name top 5 of all time, and not just ones that I've seen. Obviously, I've seen clips and things like that. Number 1, George Best. Number 2, Wayne Rooney. Number 3, Sir Bobby Charlton. Number 4, there's so many, isn't there? Duncan Edwards. And number 5, Tommy Taylor. There's mine. And do you know how hard that is? Because I've not named 3 Ballon d'Or winners in that. I've not named Cristiano Ronaldo. I've not named Dennis Law. And 2 Ballon d'Or winners. I've miscounted there. I've not named 2 Ballon d'Or winners in there. Do you know how hard that is? Who are your top 5, dear? That also, Pineapple, can you go back and just clip that one up as well? I want to clip that up and sort of have that as a clip. That's a good clip to have that on the channel. So it's a very good question to ask. it's probably the hardest question you could probably ask any United fan, innit? Because how many good players, how many, like, not even good, how many icons have we got? We've got Eric Cantona, we've got Tommy Taylor, we've got Duncan Edwards, we've got Sir Bobby Charlton, we've got Rio Ferdinand, we've got Vidic, we've got Ronaldo, we've got Rooney, we've got Van Persie, we've got, do you know what I mean? What clip? The clip, can you clip the question of me reading out the question, of Dia asking this question and me answering this question to the very end? Because that's a very, very good question that I would appreciate if you could do that, by the way. One thing I want to advise you guys as well, by the way, if anyone here is younger than me or whatever, don't try and book a hotel room on the day before New Year's Eve. Day before New Year's Eve. I can't believe I've tried to do it like that. The money. Do you know what I mean? We have more icons than City fans. Exactly, yeah. Like, if we had Arsenal, for example, if we had a statue for every icon like they have, we'd have hundreds of statues, thousands. Nani was underrated, yeah, but I absolutely wouldn't put him anywhere near the top 5 United players of all time. Not a chance. Like I loved Nani. One of my cousins loved Nani as well. But I wouldn't put him anywhere near that list. But I understand what you're saying, and I do agree with you. For me, it's Duncan Edwards, Bestie, Charlton, Law, Ronaldo. It's such a tough question. It is. It's like, because how am I leaving out 2 Ballon d'Or winners, Law and Ronaldo? How am I leaving them out? And then you've got players like Roy Keane, Brian Robson, Andy Cole. These players, do you know what I mean? Like how am I possibly leaving these players out? Peter Schmeichel. Do you know what I mean? It's such a hard question. It really is. It really is such. It's probably the hardest question, genuinely, that you could ask any United fan. Not top 5, not even top 50. No, exactly. Like as you can hear, naming so many that, like, I'd really like to. I'd like to do a list of players in order, but first of all, I haven't watched. I wouldn't say I've not watched enough of some of the players. You know what I mean? In the sense of, like, Tommy Taylor, for example, there's not enough footage for me to say. But if you look at his record, Jesus Christ, absolutely unbelievable. And I know some people don't really count, like, pre-war, if that makes sense, like before the World War, but I do, and it was unbelievable. But I'd love to do a list of like top 50 United players, but I couldn't. It's too hard. You'd have to go, like, even if you ask me all-time United 11, you'd have to go decade by decade, surely, because how are you leaving out some players? Like I can't leave out Sir Bobby Charlton. I can't leave out George Best. I can't leave out Duncan Edwards, Ronaldo, Rooney. These players, you know what I mean? I love that question, though. It's a great question, a very, very good question. Yeah, what was a great question, that. You're not catching me out there. You're not catching me out there. I won't read that out. You're not catching me out there, mate. I see you've got the alpha profile picture. You'll have to do better than that to catch me out. How many times have we been baited? Is it around 4 or 5 now? Yeah. I do want to say to you guys, by the way, when I say the reorganising it, I may make a community post actually and say when I'm starting the reorganisation. It will take a while, and I don't mean hours, I mean days, even weeks, because it's so unorganised right now that I need to sort of. Mohammed says, is it true that Manchester United's game against Burnley has been called off due to Ranieri side not wanting to go up? I read that. I read that at first. I thought, Jesus, I thought it's been called off there. Is it true that? I can't believe they moaned about that. Wimps. The paid, what is it on average? An average Premier League player. Well, on average, a Premier League player gets paid around £50,000 per week. And the moaning about going out past 5 p.m. That's the time that sometimes I want to go out. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like you've got our fans travelling across the country to the northeast to Newcastle, whilst the country's in an absolute shit show right now. It's a risk for some people going out at the moment. And you've got these moaning about that. Like people are genuinely taking risks to go to the United game. Like tonight, I'm probably taking a risk going to the United game. Well, I am definitely, but I can't believe the moaned about that. The reason why I've not reacted too much to that news is because I'm so shocked. Like, how dare you? Like, this is worse. This is like worse or on par with like Alexis Sanchez attitude, and players like this. Like, how dare you? Do you know what I mean? You're being paid so much money. Most of us would like leave a limb. We'd leave limbs to sort of play for United for 1 minute. Do you know what I mean? Never mind week in, week out. Like, it's so shocking that one time this stream is good enough. Fair enough. Most of them get 100k a week as well. Yeah, exactly. I have read that the average Premier League player does get paid £50,000 per week, but exactly. We need Roy Keane as our mental coach. I don't even know if that's a thing. Like a sports psychologist, we just got that Sasha Lenz, didn't we? I remember actually, and I was half joking, half being serious, like a sort of tongue-in-cheek comment in saying Roy Keane is our interim manager, Eric Cantona is our assistant manager. That'll teach these lazy twats. I remember saying that on Twitter, and I was half joking, half being serious. But maybe someone like Roy Keane is someone that they absolutely need in their thingy, in their sort of, I don't know, in their head. But I want to make a good point here. Now, it may seem completely unrelated when I first start talking about it, but just bear with me, like bear with me. Now, I don't know if you've seen the show on Netflix called Last Chance U. So they've done a few about basketball. They've done one about basketball. The rest of them were around NFL. So these people have gone to a university to sort of for their last chance to get education and last chance to become a professional NFL player. And that the way they deal with them, sometimes they deal with them by pure shouting, sometimes they deal with them by pure psychology and just getting in the head. And I feel like some of our players need that. Go off the Last Chance U series if you've ever watched it, and sort of think, yeah, maybe some of our players need that, and some of them need a kick up the backside sort of thing. Given Cavani, Pogba, Lingard, Martial leaves in the summer, would you take Ousmane Dembele on a free? It's such a difficult question, that it really is, because Ousmane Dembele is very injury prone, as we know. He is. And he's going to demand a lot of wages. Would I take him on a free? It depends. It depends what midfielders we get. I wouldn't want anyone to replace Rashford or Sancho, personally, or Greenwood for that matter. So I wouldn't want that. So I'm going to say no. I wouldn't take him on a free. I'm going to say that. Thoughts on the GOAT Dembele joining us? My thoughts there. Daft Bus says, average United player is much higher, to be honest. Most are earning 100k plus, some even 200k plus. Yeah. I think as much as he chats pure shite, Simon Jordan is a good person to listen to about finance. I think he was like a finance manager, weren't he? Simon Jordan off TalkSport, and he knows a lot about the business side of that. And he was saying the average United player does earn a lot more. He was also saying the average Premier League club, 80% of their income goes on wages, which is absolutely mad. He said United will be a bit lower because the amount they overturn. Maguire will cry. Exactly, yeah. Some footage of Keno battering Neville, needs to show it to these lot. Exactly. Even the footage of Fergie throwing the boot at Beckham's head, things like that. The footage of Neville not saying hi to for the footage of Gary Neville not saying hi to his brother just before the game. That'll show people like Maguire for hugging Stones, things like that. It's just annoying. Do you know what I mean? Dembele is interested to come because Rashford got doctor in his name. It should have a series. Well, it should be knighted Rashford. I don't know how he's not knighted, actually, Greenwood is joining us up the Bantams. I hope not. I bloody hope not. My grandfather, who's 75 years old, got shuffleboard training at 10 p.m. every day and doesn't earn nothing. He does it because he's passionate about it, and our players are winning and earn 300k plus more. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Like, I don't get me wrong. Absolutely, don't get me wrong. As a human being, just as a pure human being, from a human being's point of view, I know what it's like to be demotivated at the best of times. I know exactly what that's like. But when you're earning that much money, just get on with it. Just get on with it. Demotivated or not, play through it. Go through it. I can't believe that they didn't want to train past 5 p.m. Like, what? What? There's no discipline there. Like, you just think, are these spoiled, like spoiled brats? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Where's the discipline? It's been a good stream, actually. It's been a very good. It's been a good day, actually. Obviously with the Fabrizio Romano interview being confirmed on the 13th of January. I've also got some news as well. I've not actually said. I think I've mentioned it very briefly. There will be a Facebook post being posted by Fabrizio Romano promoting the video that I'm going to do with him. That will be happening. So that's a very good thing for me to happen. Off topic, which team do you have a soft spot for? In the Premier League? Oh, I don't know if I can name it. I don't know if I have one in the Premier League. Salford City has to be the team that I have a soft spot for. It's probably the closest team to me. You've got obviously Fletcher Moss, but it's not an actual professional football team. You've got Altrincham, but then Salford City is probably the closest team that's not United or City to me. So I'd say Salford City. Yeah, I would have to say Salford City 100%. By the way, can I just tell you guys that are in here, go and check out the Masked Football Fan. Great videos, great guy, great lad. I'll be featuring on that channel soon as well. There's plans for me to feature on the channel soon as well. So make sure you go and check out the Masked Football Fan. The one whose comment is on screen right now. Very good channel. Up and coming. I had one for Villa, but Gerrard's there. Yeah, I absolutely don't have one for Villa. Yeah. Swagwan Famalan. Hello, Kine. Got a question to ask you. Are you wanting to feature on the episode tomorrow on the Premier League game week review tomorrow, 3 p.m? Are you wanting to do that, or are you not available? It's going to be a busy day tomorrow, actually. It's my uncle's birthday. And I'll be doing the podcast, and then I'm looking to just go out. Hopefully go out. I'm not sure yet. I can't be 100% yet. Yes, sir. I shall do it. I'll send you the link on Twitter. Then obviously I've got you on Snapchat as well. I'll probably message you. I might message you again tonight. We normally speak anyway, don't we? We normally speak a lot. But I might message you again tonight and just remind you. But I'll send you the link around 2:55 p.m. It'll be 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow. I'll be doing the stream Premier League game week review. Can you speak in a Scouse accent? Hold on. Do ask Fab to sleep at the end. I'll try. I've got 15 minutes with Fabrizio Romano, so I've got a lot of questions already written down. I will ask you guys closer to the time. I'll probably make an actual video about it. Say suggest questions, and I'll write them all down and pile them all into the best questions. I've got a question that I want to ask myself. I've got a few that I want to ask myself, but I also want you guys to be interacted with it as well and things like that. So yeah. Can you speak in a Scouse? Can you get Fabrizio to do dab? Absolutely not. This isn't 2016, you know. Hold on. Fab was probably celebrating when Watford smashed us 4-1. Oh yeah, he's a Watford fan, isn't he? I remember watching an actual video. I think it was on Bleacher Report of him saying that, and then he said it on a Twitch stream as well. He's a Watford fan. I assume he obviously has a soft spot for a team in Italy as well. I think he said the team's in Serie B, is it? I'm pretty sure he said his team's in the Serie B and not the Serie A. But it's mad that he's a Watford fan, isn't it? Like, maybe this is just an actual thought. Maybe he's a Watford fan because of Elton John. Elton John is obviously one of the most famous singers of all time, and supports Watford and also owned a share in Watford. Maybe he supports them through that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he said one of the reasons he started supporting them was the Deeney moment. Who will win the FA Cup? I'm gonna say United. Who will win Serie A? I've not actually been focusing on Serie A. I don't know who will win everything. Who won Europa League? West Ham. I'm saying. Do you rather get extra? I'd like. I don't actually know that much about Elbrook, but Astrid Wet, as much as like she does what she does, we know what she does. I wouldn't mind to get her on the podcast. She seems like a nice girl in the sense of like things, the way she talks to people and things like that. She's not a horrible person, and she doesn't drum up negativity either. Peloton pod in my book. No, how are you slandering Elton John? He's a great, one of the GOATs. Can't believe you've just done that. Can't believe you've just done that, mate. You know he's a GOAT. Who will win UEFA? I don't even know. Spurs aren't in it now, so who will win it? I'm going to say West Ham will win the Europa League. Who will win Champions League? I think we will win. And I'm not even being blindly positive here. I genuinely do think we will win the Europa League. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, by the way. Got 11 likes so far. Oh, mate. I'm not saying it, mate. You have to remember, my family watch these streams, our kids. Do you know what I mean? There's a break in between the Premier League as well. I think it's like a week or so break after this next game week. Not this game week coming up. Or it might be this game week coming up. But I think it's the next one. Did you ever thought of getting an interview with Ollie because he's out of a job? I'd absolutely love that. I'm sure you know that I was very sort of, I backed Ollie to the very end, and I still miss Ollie in a way, and I miss him and the smiles and things like that. I wouldn't know how to get in touch with him. If you know a way where I can like inquire to people about him, let me know, message me or whatever. But I would absolutely love that. We're winning. Yeah, I think we'll win the Champions League. I don't think we'll do too well in the Premier League, but I think we'll win the Champions League. You're right, our kid. It's a mank saying. It's like genuine. Like I remember telling you that day or that night, even I think it was like 9 p.m. or something like that. I remember telling you about the saying. Yeah, it's a mank saying. You're right, our kid. It means like our like my mate. You all right, my friend? You know what I mean? 11 likes. That's more UCLs than City, Arsenal, Juventus, Dortmund. Yeah, more Champions Leagues. Yeah, I'm bigger than City, Arsenal, Juventus, and Dortmund. Get in there, lads. Donny here, phone off. No, don't be tight to Imani. Imani's an absolute G. Don't be tight. Proper snide, that. I will be ending this stream soon, by the way. The reason why I've done it an hour earlier is number one, I'm not sure whether I'm going to start doing streams at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Also, I wouldn't know. Like, I need to get ready to go. I'm dressed and the things like that, but I need to get ready to go to the match. Lego. I was reading that as like a. Obviously, it's a French thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's a French sort of accent thing. I'm not sure how to explain it. Can't hear my lead. Are you positive tonight? I think I'm never going to predict United to lose. I think it could be 1-0 Burnley, though. I'm going to say 2-0 United. I really need a comfortable win, like a 4-0 win, battering, Cavani scoring. It's fucking absolute vibes, you know what I mean? Do you know about Twitter update? No, I've not seen it. It's a Twitter update. I've been on Twitter today. I'm on Twitter. The Twitter app is open on my phone right now, and it's not. There's no update or anything like that. Don't speak Spanish. What's your team today? So, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane, Shaw. This is the team that I think will happen. It will play. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, Matic, McTominay, Donny, Sancho, Rashford, Ronaldo. I think we're going to win 2-0. Mason already scoring, mark my words. Well, at least one of them. I'd love that to happen, man. I'd love that to happen. There's nothing better than leaving Old Trafford with a win, a comfortable win. I can't be asked. With so many times this season, I've left Old Trafford disappointed and just thinking, what's the point in coming? Like, they make me just want to hate football. Like, they make me hate football for a bit. My dad never bets against United, but before the Liverpool game, he said Liverpool 5-0 Salah score. Nah, you've got to be taking him in. You've got to be taking him in. That surely not. Surely that didn't happen. Surely that didn't happen, mate. Surely Cavani starts tonight. Yeah, I think Ralph said he didn't start him because he wasn't too fit. But he would have started if he was fit. So I really hope he can. I really hope he does that. The other day was like, I've loved Cavani for ages. Like since he's come to us, obviously. I've always known he's one of the top strikers. But for Cavani, I hope he does start, but I don't think he will. I don't know. I really don't want him to lose. No, Tellers, no. That's just my predicted team. I think he'll rotate it a bit. I'm back at 100%. I play by for Harry, Shaw for Tellers, Donny in the midfield, Gunwood and Sancho at 10, and see you up front. Am I? If that's an emoji, because sometimes it don't come up emojis, it comes up on the screen of your screen, but all I can see is N and then an England flag. I don't know whether I'm looking at that wrong. I'm trying to go closer to the screen and see if it's an England flag to me. But if that's, I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't recognise it. For me, nearly clipped it. Cheers for that. I appreciate that because it's a very good moment. That like obviously wasn't like it wasn't like a bait moment, but it was a very good moment and for people to go back on it and see my opinion on that. Kieran, I swear, bro, he said, bloody hell. That's mad. That's mad. He said Liverpool will get an early goal. And nah, you've got to be taking a piss, surely. I've never been to a game at Old Trafford, but I'd love to see Eddie score and do his arrow thing at me. yeah, 100%. Oh, you meant Cavani. Right. Yeah, I don't know why it shows an England flag. Whether that's because obviously I've got it as the English language set here and it's not recognising an emoji. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure you'd love to go to. Hopefully, one day you can go to a game at Old Trafford. Kind, who said that? His dad said that. Pineapple. I'll put the comment back on screen for your Pineapple. So that's what his dad says, and I said, surely not. Surely that didn't happen. And then Kind said this. Yeah, Kind said that. But we are battering Burnley today. I hope so. We really need a comfortable win. Fucking last game of the year. Yep. Hopefully. And then they can all go out on the piss tomorrow night. They can all go out drinking tomorrow night. As we know they will do. And then we play on the next Monday, is it? I think we play next Monday, don't we? I want to also let you guys know, by the way, as well as the Fabrizio Romano interview, there's a strong possibility. I don't know if you've heard of Football for All, the Twitter account. And I think they've got an Instagram account as well. I want to, the admin for that, I might possibly be getting on. I think he's got around 3,000 followers on Twitter. I might possibly be getting on as well in January. I also might be getting Ibrahim on again, Mo Ibrahim, who also knows a bit about transfers and things like that. So I will ask you guys closer to the time for questions, etc. Can you ask your dad if we're in Emmerdale? Oh, Emmerdale Cup. I was going to say, because People know notoriously, well, not notoriously. I'm sure Kai will know, and Imani, who is Donny in here, knows that I love Emmerdale at the actual program. But yeah, we're in the Emmerdale next year. Best player of the year for United. Who would have said? Have we been great this year? Like even not just this season, this calendar year. De Gea, it's got to be De Gea or Ronaldo, surely. Best player in the world this year, Lewandowski, 100%. I've seen it. Oh yeah. I know, yeah. Most improved player of the year. Ooh. I really don't know. Who's improved this year for us? I would say McTominay has improved, but he's still not that great, is he? He's not great at all. De Gea's back to his best. Who would have said he's improved? I don't know, man. I don't know. The most improved player of the year in the world, Jude Bellingham. Absolutely. I love Jude Bellingham. I'd love him at United. Oh, the thought of Jude Bellingham at United, man. Honestly, I'd absolutely love him at United. Goal of the year. There's been quite a few, actually. We had that Bruno one versus Newcastle, didn't we? We had that Pogba one versus Fulham. We had the Pogba one versus Burnley. I don't know. I don't know. I can't pick. They had the Bruno one versus Everton. I'd probably say Bruno one versus Everton. De Gea, yeah. Lewandowski is the best player in the world this year. Yeah, 100%. Improved. Most improved, Fred. It's a good shout, actually. Good shout. Bellingham is so good. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. How old is he? Is he 18? To think that this guy is better than me, like, I don't even mean just better than me on 5-a-side or anything, better than me in football, like at football, do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm shit, but just think he's younger than me and he's absolutely unreal. It's mad to think, in my opinion, it's mad to think. I'll actually say Shaw. Yeah, he's been very, the season where we had Shaw, Berto Carlos is very good. I would still say Tellez is better than Shaw currently. Such a baller. Yeah, 100%. Pogba versus Fulham, very good goal. We went 1-0 down to that goal that should have been given us offside, didn't we? And then we equalised. Was it Cavani who equalised? I can't fully remember. And then Pogba came out with that wonder goal. We did have some great moments under Ollie, didn't we? We really did. Like we did, and you can think, Jesus Christ, what a game! Like, and what a game, and this, that, and the other, and you're thinking, Jesus, what a moment that was. We did have some great moments, man. We really did. We really, really did. I'm going to end the stream there, though, guys. It's been a very good stream. I'm going to plug it again. Make sure you tune in to the Fabrizio Romano video. Make sure you upload that video, actually, as well, Pineapple, to Fabrizio Romano video. I'll be live with Kine at 3 p.m. tomorrow. But the Fabrizio Romano video, January 13th, you'll never get sick of me talking. Well, you will end up getting sick of me talking about it. 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Tune in. See you later. Have a good evening. Enjoy the United.